with the current progress on Crash Team Racing's Gasmoxia Grand Prix. This isn't an opening day one, as I've already gotten a bit of progress through, but I thought I'd just show off the little title screen anyway. See the chicken getting abducted by aliens there, and then so does Crash. And Nitrous Oxide transmits in for a little bit. Oh, and he's holding the trophy. I haven't actually watched all this in full yet, so... There he goes, and Crash Bandicoot's back. So we'll go into this. Yes, I know. Gets a bit impatient. But, just to say, if this is the intro for the new one, I'll just play this as a reference anyway.
Greetings, Earth slugs. Do not worry, I have no plans to retake your mushy planet. You can keep it for yourselves. I am transmitting to you from the planet Gasmoxia, where I challenge you all to test your puny skills in a race on our latest track, constructed high above the planet's surface. With our two largest fast food conglomerates competing for an official CTR TV sponsorship, things are bound to get toxic! Because I like to keep things fair, I've invited a fellow galactic ruler to join us. Emperor Velo 27!
As ruler of this galaxy, I'll own this Grand Prix!
And as a final show of good faith, I've asked our engineers to create some of the finest hovercrafts on this side of the galaxy. Farewell, Terra Vermin. See you on Gasmoxia!
And there you have it. So that was the intro to this Grand Prix. So I've done a fair few of the challenges already, like I've got 9 out of 10 of the themed ones. I just need to go through an online match on Drive-Thru Danger without using power-ups to complete that one. And a fair few of the pro challenges already as well. So as you can see, we're in the gold tier. If I go through the previous tiers, I've already unlocked the new King Chicken skin and Emperor. They've called him Emperor Velo, but I'm calling him Emperor Velo because that's how he was originally pronounced in Crash Nitro Kart. So, just to sort of have a bit of a show off here, we'll just go to a single race on Drive-Thru Danger. So, some of the characters that got new skins, so the Nitro Girls and Tawna all got new skins. So there's Privateer Tawna, got Buccaneer Amy. They all have different win animations as well. We've got Raiden Megumi. We've got Corsair Liz. And we have Marauder Isabella. Then we also got Space Spyro. We got Embryoctopus, which looks a bit weird compared to other skins, but I quite like it. We've got Astronaut Koala Kong. And then, obviously, this other skin I've got unlocked is King Space Chicken. And then Emperor Velo has his default skin, an orange Overlord one, a blue Baron one, which I quite like the design of, the Pale Monarch one, and then when you unlock the last skin of the Grand Prix, you've got Captain Velo 27, so he's got like a pirate skin going on there. By nature, Velo's an acceleration character. I've just got it all set onto speed at the moment. However, I think I'm going to change that, so I'm going to be Emperor Velo. Then the carts that were showing off, I mean, the hovercraft and the Doom Buggy have percentage bonuses this month as well. But I've just unlocked this one not so long ago, the Void Manta. We have nuclear pizza delivery on that one. It's a legendary skin. I need to unlock that yet. And we've got the Toxie Burger Mobile on this one. This one being the Galactic Cruiser. But yeah, this one's also got one of the new paint jobs on, which I'll show off in a minute. This one's called the Void Manta, Hyperdrive, Void Runner, Jolly Roger, and a Sunflare, so I've got one like that. And then we have the Velo Chopper, which I'll be racing in now. But just to show some of the new skins here. There's Beam, and I'm going to use the Warp Engine. And then the paint jobs, you have Atomic Blue, Atomic Purple, Atomic Pink. They're all atomic colours, and that's like red, orange, yellow, green, and aqua. And there are wheels as well, so if I just go to something that has wheels for a moment. Because all the wheels look pretty good as well. We've got aqua, blue, purple, pink. So there's all your standard colours, and that's orange and yellow and green. And I think I'm yet to unlock atomic red wheels, which I think come later in this Grand Prix. But for the time being, I'm just going to race in the Velo Chopper. And since he's the blue Baron one, I'm going to atomic blue. Then I've got the Velo Crew Pirate Patch, Space Koala, Mascot Pizza, Mascot Burger, and then Pizza Burger, Pizza Burger. But have that patch on. Stick him to his classic setting. Just show the new track off in a single race. Sorry about this, just checking something quickly. So here we go, we have drive-through, once it loads up, drive-through danger, which is, I'd say, because of the fact that you could fall off the track quite easily on the most part, I feel like it's a bit like Hot Air Skyway, but I don't know, I kind of like the aesthetic of the track. It's a bit difficult to get used to at first, but here we go. And I've messed that up. Right, so there's a golden bumper in this race, so let's just focus on getting that, because that's an extra 200 coins for me if I get that. There we go. And the gimmick to this track, where at the beginning you get to choose to go either through a pizza door or a burger door, and whichever side you choose to go through, it actually activates like a set of like boost pads and that. And there's a neat little shortcut that can be taken during the course of this track. And I find if you go through the pizza one, you get to sort of take advantage of one of the shortcuts. So let's try and build up a bit of speed in this one, just to show where you can go with a bit of speed on this. I find while I'm in blue flame though, that even though that little shortcut might help, it's easier to maintain it without taking the shortcut, so you can just control your turn a little bit more. Sorry about this, I'm just trying to think of stuff to say at the moment. It's been a little bit of time. Right, here we go. I didn't hold the blue flame long enough, but that's pretty much what you could do with this track. They did also introduce a couple of new cups in this one as well. They introduced a Desert Cup, which comprises of the Mega Mix Mania from the last Grand Prix, Out of Time, which is one of the Crash Nitro Kart levels, Twilight Tour, which was the track from the very first Grand Prix, and then Dingo Canyon from the original tracks. So I'm just going to press quit on this for the time being. And then they also introduced the Space Cup. So they have this one as that one as the first track for the Space Cup, then Hyperspaceway, then Oxide Station, and then Electron Avenue. So I'll just take a quick drink there. So, in addition to that, they did new time trials as well. I've gotten a few of these already, but they add an Emperor Velo, the 27th time trials, which are faster than Oxides. So I've done a few of these already. So, let's see. I haven't tried Cortex Castle yet, but what I do, but I've sort of got a little time trial set up here, which I like to drive through as. So engine in the Doom buggy with the blue, and yeah, I had the atomic yellow wheels on just to sort of show off what the wheels do, and just for the fun of it, I'm going to put Mascot Pizza on. So it's Cortex Castle, so I'm going to work with speed on. I'm going to try working with speed on this to see if I can beat the Velo Ghost on this. But just to sort of show that if I don't beat it in a couple of attempts, I'll like whether I've made a mistake or not. I'll go to a track where I've already beaten a time just to sort of see what I extend on that. But here's the thing: I was initially going to do videos surrounding the Oxide times, like just as separate videos, and because I've been sort of starting to record a bit of footage of that, and then when I found out the Velo times were coming out and then the developer times not so long after, excuse me, I think I'm going to hold off on that until the developer times come out and just see if I can get the time trial for them on video instead. But as you can see with the atomic wheels, you just have these like little light things that sort of follow you around. So the Velo Ghost takes the same way that I go. I'm not going to rule it out yet. I'm going to try and catch up here. But yeah, he's picking up quite a bit of distance on us. I've got a feeling Velo's Ghost is going to proper blue fire it through quite a lot of this now. Whereas, I'll be honest, I haven't quite mastered using blue flames on Cortex Castle yet, and just thinking if this is what Velo's time's like, then developer times are going to be even more complicated than that. I just feel like this one's fairly tricky with like the tight turns and stuff. Hello, Mr. Takisaki Kurumi. Welcome to the stream. Right, okay. Got a feeling that this Velo Ghost, yeah, I'm definitely not catching up this Velo Ghost this way, but I'll just go through it anyway, but just to show the extent of how much quicker I'm going to need to learn to be for this. Hello there. Around here and finish this race off. I saw got a new height race. Obviously I beat the Oxide time again, but the Velo time I'm going to need to pick up some major speed on that. So just exit that for the time being. and I'll go into some of the new skins for the different characters that were made for this Grand Prix. Here's what we'll do. Tell you what, I'll hop into online and I'll just switch and swap between some of the different character skins and that for the next few, like for a few races. And we'll just see how well this goes. Right, so, matchmaking. And what I'll do is I'll just go to say... We'll start off with some of the Nitro Girl ones. So, this one begins in like 30 seconds, so I need to be fairly quick. We'll start with the Megumi one. And... Oh, never mind, I'm not going to be able to customise anymore. I think I'm still on the speed setting. And we're in Twilight Tour by the looks of it. I wasn't paying too much attention to it there. But, yep, it looks like... Yeah, the Velo Ghosts are going to be fairly difficult to beat. There's just the developer times after that, which I'm going to be dreading the concept of beating. But I think the developer times come in the patch after the Grand Prix ends. Because this one being the final Grand Prix, I think they've got plans for the game after that. But find out more on that possibly over the next few weeks. When Activision or Beanox release a bit more information. Be quite intriguing to see what new content they come out with or post, like in the post Grand Prix era of this game. But here we go. So we're in the hovercraft. Still got the pizza sticker. I didn't get to change too much over, but here we are with Liz. I mean not Liz, Megumi. And here we go.
Check your meters next time.
Ah, you haven't played it yet. I feel like if you've played the original and that, it's very faithful to that. If you yeah, they've kind of did these Grand Prix over time, where even this is like a new track to the game and that. It's not a bad little kart racing game. I quite enjoy it. See if I can catch up to this man here. Let's reload. And look at. I feel like, yeah, he's got. Oh. Ah. So I'm assuming you've played the original, but not this edition. Right, so obviously I've had a bit of a slip up there, and it's going to take me a bit of time to try and catch up now. Right, you played both. And sorry about the lack of communication. I just had myself in a bit of concentration there to refuse. Okay, running into weapons definitely isn't going to help me win. Yeah, to be fair, the one who's playing as the Velo and the one who's in front, yeah, they've finished the race now. Just got to try and get to the end without. Alright, so that was a race there with Megumi. Right, yeah, I thought so. I'm getting towards the red atomic wheels now. Just waiting for the screen to load up. It'll show one of the podium animations, because I got within the first 3 positions, and on this you get your winning animation regardless of which place in the top 3 you finish online. That was like the new... I like the fact that, you know, each legendary skin sort of gives off a new podium animation for each character, so it just makes it feel a bit unique and fresh. So yeah, we'll go with Carnival, Koala Carnival. We'll do that one with Isabella next, I think. Car body. We'll go for the Toximobile one on the Galactic Cruiser. We'll do that in Atomic Aqua. Did it even put me... It's meant to have put the decal on. No, well, I'm not going to get much of a chance to customise that now. I've got the pizza sticker still because I didn't customise that. And it looks like Koala Carnival was ultimately the voted for track here. I quite like this one as one of the Grand Prix tracks that was introduced, to be fair. It's a simple one, but aesthetically it looks quite nice. So, here we go. Ah, there we go. It's showing the Taxi Burger decal now. The atomic paint job sort of obscures the decal a little bit on this one, I think. So I feel like if you're going to go for the legendary skin, you want to show it off a little bit. I think any of the other paint jobs would probably do a better job of showing that off rather than the atomic paint jobs, even though I actually quite like the atomic paint jobs. Oh, see if I can get 10 Wumpers. I'll just set it off now. I'm not getting 10 Wumpers in like an immediate amount of time. Set. Here, have a missile. Have a missile for your troubles. Even though they've probably outran it. So we'll have another one. And they'll have outran that one. See if I can get to a straight and narrow. And here we go. Nah, they've outran them all. I'm not gonna lie, the missiles would be quite useful if I could, you know, get closer. There we go. Right, so looks like I've finished second in this one, which is respectable enough.
Perfect execution.
I just realised with... At least this isn't reflective of anything I'll be doing in time trial anyway. Once I start racing up against the Velo Ghosts and stuff. literally just racing through to get some of the weekend Wumpa time, which will give us like 10 times the amount of coins the race is valued at. But I think offline, when it comes to offline racing, like game mods now, the game's starting to give you more coins for doing different bits and bobs. Like, you have different mods in that, so like Ring Rally, you'll get different coins depending on how many laps you go around. Time Trial, I think, depends on how fast you go. Like, what time you set gives you certain coins and stuff. At least I think that's how it's working. Because once the Grand Prix is finished, and like there's like, because this is the last one, there's gonna be no like nitro point system. So I think they're just awarding more coins to help build up towards new unlockables in the future, which I quite like, to be honest. Let's see. I'm just gonna press random. So while that randoms, we'll go with Amy next. Bodies, we'll go with the Void Manta. We'll go with Jolly Roger. And since Amy's the green one, we'll go green. And we'll change the sticker up to the Toxic Burger logo as well. Yeah, change it to the Toxic Burger logo. And so it looks like Dingo Canyon was voted on. And we'll just wait for time to tick down. Got 3 Velos, a Spyro, and a Liz as well. Sorry about this, just waiting for the track to load up. Right, here we go. So Dingo Canyon, which is, excuse me, also one of the ones that was added as part of the, well, it was added to the Desert Cup.
See ya.
Here we go. Okay, so not had the best of starts to this race. Definitely not had the best of starts to this race. I think with some races on here though, it's a case of you either have a really good start or you just resigned to a lower place finish, which, to be honest, by the way this one started for me, it looks like that's what's going to happen. So I don't think I'm going to quite win this one. There we go. And I've just... the armadillo didn't quite help. And I'm not usually this bad on Dingo Canyon, but this has actually been an awful run for me. I doubt I'm going to get top 3 in this one now. I'm not even getting top 3. Yep, straight off the cliff. That was an awful run. That was really bad. Excuse me. It was a bit of an unfortunate one, but it was a pretty bad run as well. But onward and upward to the next race, I suppose. And I don't think we've seen the Liz. I mean, I'm probably going to play as Liz in the next one actually as well, but and maybe I'll play as Amy until we get to see Amy's podium celebration in this one as well. But this is the Liz one. Yeah, so we'll give the Amy one another go, but for this one, I'm going to change to acceleration just because with the turning being slightly better in acceleration, I feel like I can control the cart a little bit, like, and control myself a little bit more on this one with that setting. So we'll just see how well this does. But overall, with the new track, I quite like it. It's definitely something that offers a challenge. And as a result, probably quite a fitting way to round out the Grand Prix, especially with the fact that, you know, Oxide's, like, you know, the main bad guy in the game, and he introduces this Grand Prix. Yeah, I'm just thinking about all the different content that's not been introduced so far, like with obviously, you know, 3 of the characters from Spyro being introduced in the Spyro Grand Prix back in September. I feel like in the post Grand Prix sort of content of it and things like that, it would possibly have, because I've been thinking of some of the different characters over time that could be getting introduced over time, and I wouldn't object to people like Riptor, the Sorceress, Moneybags, and maybe even there's Bianca, but there's also the Fauna or something like that, the Deer Lass from the second Spyro game. And here we go. Oh, that's... I think I kind of glitched through the track there for a second, but... Yeah, because this is what happens when you know, like you fall down your first hole, and then... I'll go that. I felt quite lucky not to have been on the receiving end of the warp thing there. And we'll use the boost canister just to get a little bit more speed around this area, but... Oh no! Forgot whoever's in first place dictates what's what, so... Basically, if I don't keep this, I'm not going to be able to take that shortcut where the pizza boost is. I just realised I didn't take it. And I didn't pay attention and got destroyed by that. I don't think the way I've set the, you know, myself on acceleration, I don't think that's completely knackered me this time round. I think it's just the fact that I've had a pretty mediocre run on this today. But it happens. And I didn't even manage to get a boost there long enough to do that. As long as I can finish before I get the complete DNF in that. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Again, not in the top 3. I think I might give a different character a go actually, but let's just hop down here quickly and finish.
Just watch me on the next one.
Again, not the best run I've had on these tracks, but yeah, it happens to all of us, I think. So there we go, so return to the lobby soon enough. Another 420 coins there. But yeah, I might give it another online race, and then I might... Well, let's see which skin to be this time. I think I might be Tawna this time round. Just change things up a little bit. So I've been aiming for 2 races in an attempt to see the podium celebration and that, but just want to change it up a little bit. However, I do think it's a little bit hilarious how King Chicken's animation's just him pecking at his food regardless of what skin he has. I think that's pretty good. Right, so I'll vote for Android Ali. Tawna. Body. We'll go for the we'll go for the Velo Chopper in the Warp Engine. And since it's Tawna, we'll use it in just do a bit of matching and stuff. And we'll use the Wonder Pizza logo for this one. Right, and just change to speed quickly. Because I feel like speed's the... Because I've sort of changed me engine settings to sort of what I feel's best for the cars, even though most of the time I do speed setting nowadays anyway, but there are still the odd few where I feel like just because of the slight turning that acceleration might be a slight advantage, but that's just my personal opinion on that. Everybody has a different playing style. Although I don't see many people use the turn or balance settings anymore. I will admit, I feel like they're 2 of the more unpopular ones, because I see the odd few with drift, the odd few with acceleration, but speed by far is the most popular one, and it's understandable why. Right, here we go.
Watch out.
So I've got my golden wampa, so I don't have to worry about chasing boxes for that anymore. Here we go. I'm gonna take the shortcut here.
Coming at you full speed.
Oh no, I lost my momentum.
Finish line.
Either someone's not paying attention or they've just completely forgotten to start. Definitely not holding up as much momentum as I would have liked to have done. Got to be careful of
Oh, really?
no, never mind. I was hoping I'd outrun the rocket, but fair enough. Did not.
Watch out.
Yeah, but others have made, yeah, this is...
No.
Not gonna lie, I've had better runs on... I've had, like, better races on some of these tracks, but... I feel like my overall racing is a bit of an off day, but... Yeah, still having a good time with this. And see if I can get some speed back here.
Coming at you full speed.
Just deciding, you know, in fact, actually, if any of them traps are still around here. Oh, I just got straight past it. Alright, let's try and get a bit more speed back.
Whoops.
And I've got another one of them back anyway, but it looks like I'm just outside the top 3 again. Oh, yeah, definitely outside the top 3 again. And we'll just fire that off anyway for the fun of it. Excuse me. Yeah, it's not the greatest of races, but it was something. I think I might go as either Spyro or Koala Kong. In fact, I might go as Koala Kong next, and then I'll have a racer's King Chicken, and I'll have a racer's Spyro, and then and then I'll try and do a Velo Ghost that isn't Cortex Castle, because it looks like I'm going to need a lot of practice at that, and I feel like it'd be quite boring for people just to see us resetting Cortex Castle over and over again to try and do a Velo Ghost, so I'll do that one in my own time. But yeah, I think I'll be Qualicon next, then King Chicken, then Spyro, and then I'll try and do a Velo Ghost. And then might call it time, just see how I feel about it. So I'm going to vote for Spyro Circuit because I'm not the biggest. In fact, if I'm voting for Spyro Circuit, let's be Spyro next. Going to be Spyro in the Doom Buggy with the Aqua Wheels. And we'll go with the Atomic Yellow. And as for the sticker, we'll have the Mascot Pizza sticker as well. Okay, so Hyperspaceway was voted for. It's one of those tracks where, you know, it's a 50-50 kind of track for me at the moment. Like, sometimes I can have a really good race on it and I can enjoy myself, and there's other times where it just feels like a bit of a, even though it's not the longest track, it can feel like a bit of a slog because of just constantly falling off stuff. No, my luck today, it's going to be the latter rather than the former, but I will just have a look and see how it goes. Who knows, I could be extremely lucky. So now I've been Spyro, I'll play as Koala Kong next, and then I'll play as King Chicken. But we will have the chicken on stream. Now I've got someone a Spyro and a cart next to me as well. Can't tell if we're both in the Atomic Yellow paint job actually as well.
Last one there's a North.
Right. Step back a little bit. There we go. That's one way for us to get the blue flame. go. Well, I was feeling the momentum. Let's... Really? Right, I'm in first, There we go, I'll leave that there. Nice little souvenir gift for me opponents. And I cocked it. I messed it up. No parting gift for whoever lands around that area. Right, where am I? Right, here we go. Oh, nuts. Got him done it again. Nice.
Get lost, loser.
I say your rockets are not going to get me. Oh, could I do it? Could I actually do it? Nah. Yeah, whoever that other video one's already finished. Well, I got second place, so nice enough. Oh, could everyone get past the finish line? Don't think they're going to for some reason. Wasn't a bad run on Hyper. Wasn't my best, obviously, but wasn't the worst either, though. Getting fairly close to unlock. I'm gonna have to see what some of the dailies and stuff are, so I can possibly get them red atomic wheels unlocked. Right, so I'm going to vote Electron Avenue because it's a 800 coin race for a win. Oh, I forgot there was the Brio one as well. I'll be the Brio one next. Why not? I'll keep it at this, but since he's all purpley looking and stuff, I mean, I'm a bit colourblind, so I can't tell if the Brio main bit of his skin's actually pink or purple, but I'm going for purple. Sorry about that, just had a couple of messages to respond to there. Right, so looks like Electron Avenue was voted for. Right, and we'll just see how well this goes. Electron Avenue is definitely one of my favourite tracks on this game, but it is also one of those tracks where you have to get the momentum early, because if you get hit a few times at the beginning, you're pretty much resigned to losing the race. There's a few races I reckon that I'm starting to think certain races are sort of like region locked to each other and stuff, because there's a few races I've definitely come up against a few times over time. Right, so let's see how well I do with Brio and all these tentacles and stuff. Set. Right. See, just like that instance. Sorry, Josh Hamer, but I think I've definitely knocked it up. Nice try, Lukey. How have they managed to do that while I was in mid-air? Don't get me wrong, it looked fairly impressive, but... yeah. Yeah, Lukey, I think it's Lukey's gotten himself out of the lead. This is what I mean by, like, you've got to have the momentum and you've got to have it early. However, if I can get to second place at the moment, I was going to say not do things like that, but... come on. Okay, I'm actually having a terrible race. Right, okay. Let's just get myself to the top 3 if I can. Let's avoid that nitro crate if I can. Come on. Sorry if I've got a lack of sorry if there's a lack of like commentary at the moment and stuff like that. I've sort of, on the most part, knocked myself into a sense of concentration here. Just happy enough at the moment that I've salvaged coming back from 5th. But yeah, I highly doubt I'm catching up to Lukey now, so kudos to him. He's... come on, get the moment from it. Put that on just in case anyone tries to get us with any weapons, and then at least I can save my second place. Right, so I'm definitely not going to DNF. Am I not?
Stop hitting me!
There we go, we'll just hit the very idle pot of 92 there. It's just... unless they've just forgotten they were in the race completely. But at least I got into the podium bit to then Brio, so we've got his podium animation to set to look at as well, and there's a nice 720 coins there. Right, so that's kicked us out of the lobby. I don't know. Tell you what then. I think with that in mind, I'm going to do some Velo Ghost to me on time and things like that. But yeah, I think this is where I'll just call it for the day. And I think the next time I'll do a stream on this now will be just possibly a first look at post Grand Prix live content. So to those who are watching now and later on, thank you very much, and I'll see you all later.